my trusty 64 Hound. I call it the Dreadnought, HMS Dreadnought, because I'm into naval, British maritime stuff. I bought this in 2012. What made me buy it?
For the day I break these chains, I'm bound for the life of the simple things.
Okay, I used to work for a company, did trucks and stuff, we designed trucks, and we owned Monaco. And I borrowed those things, and these things are like ridiculous money. And no offense, but they're kind of flimsy. And I thought, you pay all this much money, they're comfortable. And I'm an engineer, and I looked at these buses online, and I saw videos of them rolling over, and they're built like they just put like a brick through it. They're so tough, and I was in love. So I bought one of these. The thing I should say, you can buy these quite cheaply, especially with all the seats in. You can buy them, pick them up for maybe 5 to 8 grand. But it doesn't end there. It doesn't end there. You don't buy it as a budget thing. They cost a lot to run. Usually the parts are really expensive, but when you do put the money in, they do last. So tires, they're about $500 each for the front, for the steers. For the rears, they're probably about the same. There's 4 of them. If you get even longer one, you have a tag axle. Really, really expensive. You just have to keep on top of it. You have to proactively keep on top of it.
So what kind of engine are you running in it?
It has a Detroit diesel, and that's the reason I bought it. I'm an engine guy. It has a Detroit diesel 8V71. It's a 2-stroke diesel.
Can we see it?
Yeah. So it's not like, when you say 2-stroke, people think of weed whackers and snowmobiles. It's a different kind of 2-stroke.
And dirt bikes.
And dirt bikes, yeah. Oh, they're really bad for emissions. They kick out white smoke. Well, it's not the same. You will notice it's dirty and filthy, but that's how engines were. There's no plastic vanity covers. It's just, let me. This is the beast. It's a V8. It's supercharged, but it has to be supercharged because it's 2-stroke. I think it's 63 degree. That's the water pump I just rebuilt.
Okay.
And what I do is I'm paranoid, which is probably healthy. Less socially, but more mechanically. I'm thinking, what's going to go wrong? I'm being an engineer. I'm like, oh, this may go wrong. This may go wrong. What if this goes wrong? And you just change it. And my mechanic thinks I'm nuts. He goes, why do you want to change it? I go, just change it. I don't want to just change it because I want to minimize potential issues on the road. So there was nothing wrong with the water pump, but I got it rebuilt. The thermostats were seizing. There's 2 of them. There's one here and there's one there. And when you work on it, things are usually seized, so you have to, have gorilla strength, which I don't have. But anyway, so I did the thermostats, did that. I wanted to change a fuel pump, and my mechanic said, don't change a fuel pump. It's fine, honestly. So in the end, he convinced me not to do it. They leak. I had this engine steam cleaned before I came here, like 2,000 miles away. You see all the grease. They just leak oil. This is leaking oil from the valve covers.
Did they from day one? Or no?
I think so, and I think the later ones, they put special kinds of gaskets, but it was just the way the engines were. The good thing is, it's not rusting. You see, the oil has actually prevented it from rusting. It's rusted up here. There's no rust down there because the oil is I think it's a cost option, so it stops it from rusting. It's all mechanical. It's not common rail with circuit boards and stuff. I had an issue recently, and if I get when I get my channel on the road, hopefully I'm going to cover this. I thought it was a fueling issue. The fuel comes from upside. And what it was there's a solenoid, and it switches the engine off. When you press the switch, it switches it off. And this was short-circuiting because it was fudged up, and it was switching off, switching on when I was driving. So I put a new solenoid on and wired it up. So it's all pretty easy to mess around with.
And that's the only thing since you've been rolling around with it you had a problem with, or?
I had the thermostat seized, but I bought it in 2012, and I left it sitting for a long time inside. And when I drive, it would overheat, and unlike a car, it takes a long time to overheat because it takes a long time for the thermostats to open, and it would overheat. These things, you don't want to get them above 200 degrees. If you do, there's a channel called Technomadia, and I think they did that. They went up a hill, and you can drop a valve. You can crack between the bridges of the valves. You can crack the liners up. So I'm paranoid. I just so I got those changed. This is a fan. This drives these 2 big blowing units which suck in. Just make sure it's oiled. There's radiators which are behind here. There are 2 of them. it's a crap position for a radiator. There's no airflow, you know.
Direct airflow.
Yeah. So it sucks in. I do eventually want to put a turbo, the 92 series, but heat dissipation will be the problem. But that's what I do. I'm going to think about how to, as an engineer, can I put another set of radiators? What do I do? That's what I'm going to be thinking about. Put bigger blowers on, you know. So
Yeah.
this engine's in good condition. I don't have to really think about it now. So I might buy an engine, and over the next 10 years or something, I might put in a big turbo engine, you know.
Okay.
So it's cool. It's a little, did I show you that?
The license plate there, cover.
It's not terribly fast, so I think the little flying saucer will catch up with it. When I get the 550 horsepower engine in there, I think it will probably be able to outrun the flying saucer there. So should be good. Yeah, access is really good. There's hatches there. Access to the engine is hatches there. This all opens up. It's reasonably easy to work on. It's just everything is man-sized. It's just nuts. Generator. What's cheap generator? I got a good deal with this because it came with a generator. Onan 7500.
Okay.
Let's put this up. And the beauty is it runs off the same fuel tank, the diesel fuel tank, so I'm not worried about propane gas or extra petrol tank or something. It's just it's no, doesn't need a service. I'm heading down to my mates in California, and we're gonna have a oil change and all the rest of it. So, and I think you heard it last night, didn't you?
Yeah.
It's pretty quiet, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty quiet.
So,
Yep.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Cool.
And that's the other thing. Bus conversions and stuff, if you want to make them into a Class A, if you buy a bus with seats, you're going to think about a generator, you're going to think about the black water tank or the water tanks, and all of that work is a lot of work. So
Yeah.
getting the bus itself is just half the story.
So then what you would consider is suggest that maybe somebody get them with that have already been converted and then maybe renovate or something?
Get one that someone spent a shitload of money on like I did, and then they're like, oh shit, I'm in trouble, I lost my job. No, I shouldn't say that. and then buy it off them. Pretty much. 'Cause by definition, these are going to be labour of love. People are going to spend silly amounts of money. People who do this are nuts, and they're going to spend way more money than it's worth. Take advantage of it pretty much. So, I'm not about to sell this, because I know that I've put too much money into it. But
Right.
if I had to, then I know I'd be screwed. But that's just storage. It's only got one base storage. You get the one with the tag. This is an MC5. The MC9s have got a tag axle, and they have an extra bay. It's personal choice. This is pretty big to maneuver, and when you go to some of the Bureau of Land Management places and the places that you've gone to and stuff, this is almost manageable. In my opinion, when you go to 40 feet and 45 foot, it's the whole agility versus convenience. We'll show you inside in a sec. I'm full timing. I like the space. I've gone down from a 3,000 square foot house to 300 in this. I need as much space, you know, so it's a trade-off, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Stainless steel construction. The panels are still made by guys in Florida, and they're not that expensive, so I am going to change it for you, you know. It's a bit hot, isn't it? Open the front.
So Marcus here was telling me some jokes about shifting this guy. he said that it's okay if I nickname him Grinder.
Pretty much. Pretty much. You go for this thing, and it's a macho thing, you're going to change right, and you've got double declutch, and you see all these videos and stuff. And then after a while, you're in traffic and you think this transmission is a Spicer 8245. It's pretty robust. It's probably designed to last, it's an agricultural unit. It's probably designed to last 500,000 miles. I'm fine if it gets 200,000 miles, like Grind it. I'm fine with that, you know. Because of the space, I end up putting little extra tables like this, and then I put them away. That's the beauty when you have very little space. If you can double duty and shift, you know, the kitchen becomes a sitting room and stuff, and you know, so I do stuff. Excuse all of this. The reason all this shit's here is because I found a mouse. And these jackets, I don't want them to eat. I'm sure they're very nutritious, you know. This is a dinette. It turns into a bed. I'm going to put I've put a desk designed. I'm going to put a desk here because I spend so much time. I could do away. I don't need to have the bed space. That turns into a bed too.
Okay.
You know, so I like virtual reality crap. So I've got my virtual reality station and stuff. I'm not a big gamer, but I'm into simulation and stuff. So this is the bed cabin, the cabin, if you like.
Okay, so just is this a residential type fridge?
This is a residential fridge. It's not propane. It's just, it's not working at the moment. I have to try and find a new one. Yeah, it's just a residential fridge. And then this is the drawers, and you have the mirror stuff.
Okay.
So, and then you have a nice little latch. These don't open. They open when you do this, so that when you dry, they don't start to spit out their guts.
Okay.
So, yeah. And then this is interesting. This is the bathroom. But the interesting thing is, I'm not trying to close you out.
Okay.
This doubles as you can cordon off.
Oh,
so it becomes like an ensuite cabin, bathroom, whatever you want to call it. This is friggin' messy.
Okay, so you got twins back here.
Yeah, twin beds. And why they did this is on the MC5s, the wheel arches intrude. So I can see what they did. They put the beds over it. I would like a single bed, but then I have to contend with these wheel arches. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to probably leave it as it is for now. So, yeah.
And let's take a peek at this bathroom. So, good sized shower, bath. Are you going to do anything different with the bathroom?
I might get it repainted, but I'm going to leave it probably. I wouldn't mind a glass, rather than curtain, I wouldn't mind a glass ceiling. What's it called?
The glass enclosure.
Kind of, yeah.
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 Okay. And then a little closet back here on the other side.
Well, I'm going to try and make this. So there's a Prevost, so these special buses that are professionally made. They're $2.2 million. I've got loads of pictures of them. I'm getting some Amish people, and they're going to start to kind of copy that. I want to go away from the wood look. Everyone does wooden RVs. I want to go for more of a sci-fi modern look. So I found a Prevost, and everything below here was dark black varnished wood, really black, and then above was aluminium, or what you'd say aluminum cabinets, black and silver. The trick is, how do you make it look warm? Because high tech doesn't always look warm, and I'm kind of processing that and thinking, how do I do that? Maybe I'll put some pictures in and stuff. I'll leave the bedroom the same.
Okay.
I think. So that's the plan.
Cool.
So yeah.
Thanks
but I'm reasonably happy with this.
Thanks.
Get out there, connect with people, live your big story, and make sure you do something every single day to reduce world suck. Peace, guys.
It's been a long day without you, my friend. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you